Good morning. Happy Thursday. Keith Tebow with you here on FRC Media. It is time for our weekly conversation with the mayor of the city of Fall River, Mayor Paul Coogan. Mayor, how are you today?
How's it going, Keith?
It's going well. It's actually a hot one, and that's where I actually want to start. We're in a little mini heat wave here on the East Coast and in Fall River, and the city is providing Government Center as a cooling center both today and tomorrow. Let me ask you, Mayor, from what you know, when you've done this in the past, how has have there a lot of people taken advantage of this cooling center when they need to?
Not really. It is available, and we hope people do take advantage of it if they're. We don't want them out in those elements, but it doesn't get used like it did in the old days. I guess more people have access to air conditioners, and I guess they're just taking care of themselves better. But it is here. We have it. We have water, some snacks, and the AC on high. And if someone needs relief from that heat, come on down to Government Center. We'd love to have you.
Are there opportunities for someone to call your office if they, live in a home that is not air conditioned and has transportation issues? Is that an issue potentially to help?
I haven't thought about that, but again, we pretty much bend over backwards to help the residents of Fall River whenever we can. So if that happens, we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. All right. I do want to talk a little bit again about COVID-19. Unfortunately, the city's case numbers continue to go up, although vaccinations are also on the rise a little bit on a week in and week out basis. Last week, your comrade in New Bedford, Mayor John Mitchell, announced that he's requiring those that work at City Hall in New Bedford and works for the city, except for school department and the New Bedford port, to be vaccinated. Any discussions in Fall River about maybe looking at doing that for city workers?
Well, that's not accurate because he did require vaccinations, but he also gave them a big out and said, if you'd rather be tested, go get tested and, bring in a copy of your test results. I'm not sure. I was on the phone again with Lieutenant Governor the other day. I think what's happened is there's such a stigma with mandating testing that it's almost like, it's that big brother type thing. We want everyone to get vaccinated, no question about it. But before we move to that mandate level, I don't consider a hodgepodge of different policies all over Bristol County and all over the state of Massachusetts the way to go. I mean, I think we need a uniform set of standards on how we're going to proceed because I don't think, what if someone lives in New Bedford and works in Fall River? Or vice versa. It's too much. It's too disjointed for me right now, and I'm waiting for directions, which is why I was speaking with Lieutenant Governor about this.
Has she provided any guidance at all as whether the state will be changing its tune at all?
They're not looking into it right now, but they are obviously closely monitoring the numbers, and I did see it jumped a little bit again yesterday. It's something that we're keenly aware of. I met with Tess also yesterday, and we're going to keep on top of this and see how it plays out.
One final thing, I'm sure you're hearing a lot from both sides, right? There's been a lot of passion around this ever since, the pandemic started about, being extra careful for those who are interested in safety and then those on the other side who are questioning freedom and whether the government should get involved. Are you hearing sort of that 50-50 split as well as you go around the city?
Yeah, we obviously we get that. It's amazing to me that it's such a split when everybody in Fall River that has a school-age child brings them in with a series of mandated vaccines. One of the people said to me one day, well, I don't know what's in the vaccine. I said, well, did you know what was in the vaccine that you gave to your kids? Because I know that I never knew what was in them. I just, take this shot. And I'm assuming that our medical professionals are giving us something that's going to make us healthier. And I believe it's the same thing with this vaccine. I mean, I hear people say, well, it's because it's experimental or it's not approved yet. So I guess the line's going to be out the door as soon as that approval comes through the end of this month or in the next few weeks. There seems like it became so polarized with the pro-vaccine people and the anti-vaccine people. It turned into something way, way off the charts. And I hope people come back to some middle ground and take care of their health first and the health of the people around them.
Yeah. Last night, you and your special committee that you appointed to help give you some guidance in terms of how to spend the American Rescue Plan Act funds held another public meeting in Fall River. The first one held a few weeks ago. There was a fantastic turnout. You were impressed by this. Last night, a little less so. Any thoughts about why there wasn't as big a turnout last night?
Um, Not sure. I mean, the weather could have had something to do with it. It was really hot at around 5:30 when we got the thing rolling. Maybe the people that really wanted to voice their opinions were at the first one, but everybody's voice is important. And again, we'll look at what was said last night and go forward. It was because of the crowd size, it was a relatively short meeting, and uh, and that's it is what it is. Who comes? We'll have another panel meeting and kick some of these ideas around. And again, when all is said and done, between the public input from the nonprofits, the businesses, the people that want to tell us how the best way is to use the ARPA money, and of course we respect their opinion. We'll sit down with the panel and kick around the ideas. There's no rush, there's no panic on this, but we're going to do what's best for the city of Fall River.
Is there opportunity for people to weigh in who could not attend? I believe that was mentioned at one of the meetings. Is there a way? Is there any other online form or other options for people to chime in on this as you move forward?
Yeah, they can, of course, they can always email the mayor's office and send in their concerns. It's going to be put right into the folder with the other concerns we get. And again, it's brought up at the panel meetings, and we go over ideas and we highlight points that people are making and see what they bring to the table.
All right. I think that'll do it this week, Mayor. Nice, short and sweet this week. There's a lot going on across Fall River this weekend. There's an event at the Battleship. There's a lot of other events. I know the cleanups are continuing, correct, across the city?
Right. We have a group from the YMCA and a couple of good citizens that come out and do the cleanup every weekend, and we may try to join them this weekend. But there is a ton of activities going on. Get out. Not today, not tomorrow when it's 900 degrees, but when it cools off a little bit, get out, get some fresh air, and we look forward to seeing you.
All right, Mayor, as always, thank you for your time. We'll talk next week. Take care.
Thanks, Keith.
All right. And thank you for joining us here on FRC Media. I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great rest of your day.